All right, Joe Schmo fans. Welcome to a very special edition of the Joe Schmoes. This marks the debut of Uncle Buck's Hot Takes here tonight. We've got a few topics that we want to talk about this evening. They're going to be Colts related. Uncle Buck is mostly Colts. We're going to roll through a few players, give some takes on that. As we wait on Uncle Buck to get on here, we're very excited about doing this. And also, we're trying to branch out on the YouTube as well. So we need all those followers who follow us now. Give us a follow on YouTube as well, because that's going to really get us where we need to go and try to take this Joe Schmo page to the next level. We've just been doing Facebook Live for the past year. We've been doing this for about a year now. And we have 100, we have 100, and we have 300 and almost 400 followers. We're about 10 to 15 followers short of 400. But we want all the followers right now. Like and follow us on YouTube as well, so we can start producing more content on YouTube. Also, I will also start doing these lives, posting these on YouTube right after we go live here on Facebook. So the content will also be available to you on YouTube via the Joe Schmo page. Indiana Sports with the Joe Schmoes, same as the other one, no different. We are now joined by Uncle Buck, the debut of Uncle Buck's Hot Takes. And we've got some good stuff to go over this evening. It's going to be a little unorganized to start. We'll get better. This is our debut show. We welcome in Uncle Buck. How are we doing this evening, sir?
Not too bad. Just watching this rain roll through.
Yep, it's been kind of rainy, been very muggy outside. At least it's been muggy where I've been. So I'm sure you live down in Indy, just about a mere hour south of us. So I'm sure it's been nice and muggy down there as well. Well, Uncle Buck, I want to start obviously with the debut of Uncle Buck's Hot Takes. Like I said, like and follow us on YouTube. We need those YouTube followers to kind of take our page to the next level. But with that said, let's get right into it. I want to start talking about the hot take. We're gonna start with the quarterback and the running back. We're gonna meld them together. Anthony Richardson, Jonathan Taylor. What are your predictions? Hot take, Uncle Buck, for this season for those two.
Well, I guess I'll go ahead and start off with Anthony Richardson. First hot take is he stays healthy for 17 games.
Okay, that's
hot
a big
take.
one.
Right off the rip. I think he's going to be in every ball game this year. I think he's going to throw over 4,000 yards and 29 to 30 TD passes.
That'd be monster. That would be great.
And
for,
I think,
Anthony
and
Richardson.
I also think he's going to tack on another 700 yards rushing. Jonathan Taylor is going to benefit very well from the rushing prowess of Anthony Richardson. I believe he has 1,600 yards rushing plus 12 touchdowns this year.
Okay, if he stays healthy, I think that's a very, very good possibility. Anthony Richardson, dare I say, he could also possibly be the comeback player of the year if he does all this, because he was injured all year last year.
Hot take, basically MVP.
Now that is your first sound Uncle Buck bite right there. Hot take, Anthony Richardson, MVP. You heard it here first, boys, on the Joe Schmo podcast here tonight. So dive in a little more on Jonathan Taylor. I look for Jonathan Taylor to be very efficient this year. I definitely think he's going to get over 1,000 yards, pending he stays healthy. These two could really be a monster combination. That's kind of talk about the combination, what these two can possibly bring to the table, because it's going to be really tough, especially with our decent receiving core, to really stop these two in the run game this year.
It's kind of a pick your poison. Pittman Jr. is going to have a monster year.
Yep.
I actually think Alec Pierce is going to show out this. All right.
We're going to get to him. gonna get to him. Yeah, but yeah, I know I'm totally with you. Like with the receiving core, these two are going to be dynamite. This Colts team does have the ability to be a sleeper team this year in the AFC South and possibly the NFL, in the whole NFL. I'm going to give you a hot take of my own right now. I think the Colts will make playoffs this year. I think this is going to be a playoff year for the Colts. That's not my season prediction just yet. That'll come in a later date. But next hot take, that was our Anthony Richardson and Jonathan Taylor hot take. Next hot take, let's go with the one, the only. You love this guy. I'm not so gracious with this guy, Alec Pierce.
Well, so my hot take on Alec Pierce is I don't really have any numbers per se, but I think he's going to be your number 2 receiver this year. I think he came in the league, has been inconsistent, has had to play with several different quarterbacks. A lot of those quarterbacks he's had to play with has not had the arm to really let this guy showcase his talents the way I believe he can. I mean, you got to see a little bit of it with Carson Wentz because Carson had a big arm, but his down threat
He
or
never played
downfield.
with Carson Wentz.
Did he not? So who did he start his career with?
Matt Ryan.
Oh, did he really?
He did. I got it
No,
right.
this is his third year.
Nope. His first year was Matt Ryan. Second year is Richardson. And just trust me, I'm right.
Okay.
I've got the stat. Trust me, I got the stats right here.
So basically, he's had Gardner and Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan, obviously aging, didn't have the arm to get him the ball where he needed it.
Yeah.
And he hasn't really had the competition per se like he has this year. I mean, when he first come in, who was outside of Pittman Jr. that was going to challenge him for a job?
Nothing was going to challenge him. So real fast though, Uncle Buck, I want to give you his numbers. I do have his stats right here. 222. He caught 41 passes for 593 yards, 14.5 a catch. 47 was his longest catch of that season. 2 touchdowns. Then last season he had 32 receptions, 514 yards. 58 was his longest. That bomb from Gardner Minshew, I remember it. He also had 2 touchdowns in that one. So those are his stats. 514, 593. He's got 73 total catches for 1,100 yards in his career so far.
Okay.
That's
so coming into year 3.
Yeah.
So the reason I believe he's going to have a breakout year is he's going to be challenged in training camp. Okay. You got Josh Downs, who obviously come in and showed that he's a pretty damn good receiver.
I would consider him more of a slot, though.
More of a slot, but Mitchell's coming in. Yes. He's going to have to put his foot on the gas, I think, next year because he's a second rounder. Will be his contract year. If he's wanting to make some money, this is the year he's got to show out. You know, he's got the intangibles. I think that he could make some really big plays. He's just not been very consistent, which I know aggravates the shit out of you, Brandon. But
aggravates more people than just me. But
yeah. But I think he's got the intangibles. Now, if he could put it all together, he's got a quarterback that'll be able to get him the ball where he'll be at his most deadly. And both, God forbid, Richardson goes out and Flacco comes in. He's still got a cannon of an arm going to be behind center, which is going to ultimately help his numbers because the guy's excellent with 50-50 balls. He's tall, he's fast, he runs good vert routes. Mm-hmm. So look for a coming out year for Alec Pierce this year.
Hot take. Give me another quick one about Alec Pierce before we get off him. Is it a make or break year for Alec Pierce?
It is It is a make or break year. Absolutely. Okay. You got AD Mitchell and you got Josh Downs. If AD overtakes him this year, it's sayonara.
Yeah, I totally agree. So we've touched base on Alec Pierce. We've touched base on the Anthony Richardson and Jonathan Taylor. There's another guy. This is a guy I really want to touch base on because this guy, he feels disrespected from this ranking. He cracked the NFL top 100 players list this year. Zaire Franklin.
He was upset with his ranking on the top 100.
He was right at 100. He felt he should have been higher.
Well, you know, that's neither here nor there. The dude, like we were talking about earlier, come out of the 7th round, spent the first half of his career on the special teams squad.
Yeah.
Come out and the past 3 seasons, well, really, the past 2, this would be his. So the past 2 seasons, he's been incredible. Coming into to year 3 as a starter.
This is year number 3. Also, we have a new addition to the family.
Oh my God! Why didn't you wait for one of these puppies?
Because this dog was a lot cheaper. This is Trixie. She's an ugly dog, but
We call her Shmoney around here.
yeah, there she is. Our new dog. I had no idea about this until I got home today.
It looks hyperallergenic, so that's good for you. It looks like it's got the poodle in it. So no red eye Brandon over here. So where were we at? I've lost train of thought about dogs.
I apologize. we had to get that in.
So no, we were talking about Zaire.
Zaire, let me give you stats real fast for the last 2 years. He combined 179 tackles last year, 1.5 sacks. He does have 1 interception. Actually, looks like he's been going longer than 2 years.
As far as a full-time starter, I do not believe so.
Let me see here. Oh no, he's been going since maybe not as a full-time starter, but he's been playing since 2018. But last 2 seasons have been his best seasons by far. 167 tackles in 22, 179 combined tackles in 223. Dude was a monster last year, probably one of the best linebackers in the league. Definitely well deserving of an NFL top 100 players list.
Well, and like I said, I watched a presser with him, and he was just talking about where he come from out of the 7th round, the 240th pick, to now being up there with the top 100 players in the NFL right now. I mean, that's huge. From where he come from to where he's at now,
So
2 years.
Diamonds in the rough.
2 years as a bona fide starter. Now, he was a hell of a – he came in 2018, you said?
Yes.
And he was a special teamer. He earned captain of the special teams. Mm-hmm. I think in 1920, he's getting some snaps in there whenever they're cycling out Leonard and stuff like that, showing what he's about. And then 22 and 23, he showed that he is a bona fide, starting linebacker in this league. I think, did he lead the league in tackles in both 22 and 23?
I would have to look that up, but
if I'm not mistaken, he did in 22, I know, but I think he may have got beat out by a couple. Mm-hmm. I think maybe Bobby Wagner got it last year.
Yeah, I would have to look that up. But I tell you what, kudos to this guy. Just signed him a 3-year contract extension worth $31 million. Guy's making an annual salary of $5,000 signing bonus, $17 million. I mean, $5 million signing bonus. Excuse me, $17.6 million guaranteed this season. Or I mean, for his contract. So the man has made his money. Like I said, super, super happy for the guy. I think I look for our defense will run through him and guys like DeForest Buckner. Kenny Moore is another one who will run through, and then hopefully some of those young studs that we got Latu and those guys can maybe take our defense to the next level this year. Obviously, Grover Stewart's another one. I was going to give you that next. Go ahead.
I think he might be my favorite player on the defense. Just watching, just his attitude, the way he talks, and he seems like he's not only is he a good football player, but he seems like an awesome human too.
Well, I tell you what, that's going to be my next hot take. Grover Stewart, defensive tackle for the Colts. Uncle Buck, your hot take on Grover Stewart, what he could be this year, and what kind of impact will he have?
Well, it's hard to say. I mean, he's only gotten better every year. I'd say my hot take on Grover Stewart this year is I think he's going to make his first Pro Bowl.
First Pro Bowl? Okay.
First Pro Bowl this year. I think he's kind of gone under the radar. He may have been able to be a Pro Bowler last year if he hadn't got suspended for the 6 games.
I was going to say his stats kind of show a little bit.
Yeah.
He was suspended for 6 games over a banned substance or something like that, or
yeah. Well, and what I liked about that is he come out and publicly apologized for that before the NFL even had made sanctions.
Mm-hmm.
Held himself accountable for, hey, I broke the rules. That's on me. So
Yep. No, I'm with you. That's what you want to see. That's what you want to see out of a player, especially if it's on a team that you like. No doubt about it. So, Justin, I've only got one more hot take here, and then we'll
I was going to say, because my work phone is starting to blow up, dude.
All right. Let's give you one more hot take. I may dive into this a little deeper, but we do have a preseason game this weekend, Uncle Buck. Finally, some football. We get to watch
Broncos coming to town.
The Broncos.
Are we doing joint practice this week with the Broncos leading up to the game?
I do not know. I cannot answer that for you.
I know there is joint practices this week. I just do not know if it is going to be with the Broncos prior to the preseason game on Sunday.
I tell you what, let's find out. Let's find out right now before you got to go here. Colts. Let's see. It does not. Colts. I am not seeing anything about Colts and Broncos joint practices. But with that said, like I said, we have a game here. It's going to be at 1 p.m. on it says NFL Network, but my guess is we'll probably be able to get it on Fox 59 or something like that. Would be my guess. And obviously, we don't think everyone's going to play in this game. I mean, I highly doubt Anthony Richardson plays. I highly doubt. You know who I'm really excited to see, Justin, play in this game? Is Joe Flacco. I want to see Flacco play. I hope they play him in this game. I'd like to see everyone give a little taste of that Flacco magic.
Yeah, I tell you, I doubt they're going to play. Not with his age. And they've got 3 other quarterbacks on there. They're probably going to solidify that 3rd spot.
Yeah.
Probably going to be Sam Ehlinger, but I know they got another guy on that team that they're pretty high on. So we shall see. I mean, everybody who's a fan of football knows what Flacco's got, what he's about.
Well,
it's not one of those things where we have to assess where he's at, who he is, all those are known. So
no question about it.
I could see us putting Richardson in there just because it's been so long since he played. Let's beat some cobwebs off of him,
Fair.
type of stuff. Give him a series or 2. First game, give him a quarter the second game, maybe a half the second game, resting the third, leading up to the start of the season.
Well, let's see. I'm trying to look at some Richardson. Not 100% sure that he will be out there either. Also, like I said, like and follow us on YouTube. These hot takes will get better. We're still not quite in the season yet here, people. So we're going to be, obviously as the season gets going, and Uncle Buck can attest this, we're going to get a lot better hot takes. We're going to have a lot more to talk about. Obviously being able to recap these games as well. That's going to give us a lot more content to put out here. But we wanted to go ahead and get you all started, give you all a sample size of Uncle Buck's hot takes. Not to be confused with my weekly show starting tomorrow at 9 o'clock right here on Facebook Live, the Joe Schmo Podcast weekly show, where we talk about anything and everything. Nothing is off limits. But this right here is me and Uncle Buck with Uncle Buck's hot takes. We got to get Uncle Buck in here. He's a big reason why the Joe Schmo page has done so well. And also, would you like to talk about the puppies you just had? Anyone who might be watching this?
I've got some pretty awesome French Bulldog puppies that are going to be available for adoption on October the 1st.
Okay.
October 7th or 2nd. They will be 8 weeks old and ready for new homes. Anybody's
All right.
interested, message us on the app.
All right. Well, that's about all the hot takes I got today. You got anything else?
Yeah, I got to go. Work is
right.
calling.
The work is calling Uncle Buck. We got to get him off here. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Uncle Buck's Hot Takes. We are the Joe Schmoes. Go Colts.
Go Colts.